talking lifting gear and why you need to use it. So these are wrist wraps. Wrist wraps are very useful when the strength of the wrist or the stability of the wrist is the limiting factor in an exercise. Now, it's very common, especially when you're newer to training, that the wrist just needs to get stronger. So that you do need to expose the wrist to positions so that you can get stronger with it. But if you're, say, bench pressing and you're really struggling to stabilize, or if you're doing a heavy back squat and the weakness and the pain comes from the wrist, not from the legs or the core, then this is where straps will come in very handy. Obviously, it can be really helpful if someone's got an injury as well. Essentially, the wrap is going to wrap around the joint. So it's got to cover the top part of the joint. It's going to wrap around. We want enough pressure that it kind of limits the movement, but not so tight that you completely lose blood flow to the joint. So you'll notice now, I can still move the wrist, but it's much harder for me to get that flexion and extension. That's going to keep it stable as I do any pressing or if it's loading. Back in my very early days of training, I used to find I couldn't do anything in a front rack for many reps or many sets because my wrists hurt more than anything else. And so in those situations, giving yourself a little bit of support so that you can get through the exercise and not be in pain is very important. Of course, we want to build up the strength of those joints and all of the supporting structure over time, but you don't want that to be the limiting factor of you being able to progress your exercise. So that is a wrist wrap.